there's oversharing, and then there's whatever the hell this was. He wasn't trying to be funny or rude, just honest. Too honest. It started, like most temporary disasters, with an unfamiliar face and poor impulse control. The substitute teacher arrived just after 8 a.m, wearing the wrong lanyard and the wrong kind of shoes. Nobody greeted him, no one offered him a run sheet. He was handed a CRT slip, pointed vaguely towards C block, and left to find the room using a map last updated in 2006. He had no IT login, no photocopy card, no idea where the toilets were. And when he asked a year 10 if they had a seating plan, she said, sort of, then sat on the desk and filmed a TikTok. He got through period 1 on charisma, period 2 on fear, and by recess was visibly trembling from caffeine, hunger, and whatever fumes the science department had microwaved. At recess, he made his way to the canteen with the blank, hollowed-out stare of someone who'd already accepted that this day was going to shorten his lifespan. The food options were few. 3 types of muffins, something claiming to be butter chicken, and a glass tray of dim sims under a heat lamp that had clearly lost the will to live. He stared at them for too long. There were 6, greying around the folds, shiny with that strange cafeteria sheen, somewhere between lacquer and sweat. How bad can they be? He whispered aloud. He bought 3. He ate all of them cold, crouched behind the filing cabinet next to a broken fan and a pile of unclaimed yard duty vests. They were chewy, slick, the kind of chewy that coats your teeth in something ghostly and faintly synthetic. One of them had cartilage. One of them might have had a hair. Still, he was starving. He washed them down with a lukewarm bottle of Solo and tried to convince himself that the stomach noises were just digestion. They weren't. By 12:02 p.m, he was in the staff room. Tall, pale, sweating. Name still unknown. He hadn't taken off his lanyard. Looked like he was mid-crisis and trying to pretend otherwise. He stood just inside the doorway, scanning the room like someone who had just walked onto a stage mid-scene. Every chair was taken, every table full. Teachers eating with the practiced intensity of people who had exactly 27 minutes before the chaos resumed. He settled on a middle-aged man, eating half a salad and glaring at an inbox on his phone. Sorry, mate, where's the nearest pharmacy? The man looked up, neutral, tired. High Street, near the library. The sub nodded, grateful. Thanks. I think those dim sims from the canteen just gave me violent, explosive diarrhea. There was a moment of stillness. Not silence. There were still microwave beeps, foil tearing, the hum of an overworked split system. But stillness. Like a pack of animals sensing danger. The man blinked. Once. Then again. Slower. He said nothing. The sub clarified. I didn't think it was that weird. I just meant I probably shouldn't have eaten the dim sims, that's all. The man, later identified as Darren from legal studies, straightened his back. He wasn't angry, he was disappointed in the species. You don't walk into a room full of strangers and talk about your bloody intestines, man. Jesus Christ! The sub didn't flinch. No shame, no sarcasm, just the polite blink. Yeah, that's fair. But then, perhaps out of nerves, or habit, or some miswired belief that he was mid-conversation, he kept going. It wasn't like projectile, just urgent, repetitive, sort of like an internal rinse cycle. A spoon clattered somewhere. A humanities teacher flinched hard enough to knock over a protein bar. First wave hit about 17 minutes in, kind of like a warning shot. You ever get that cold sweat behind the knees? That was me, halfway through taking attendance. Spine pulsing, like your body's making executive decisions without you. Darren had already stood, but the sub was looking past him now, speaking to the room, not seeking sympathy, just sharing. And the weirdest part? They weren't even hot, lukewarm at best. Outer shell was like hardened rubber, the kind you'd find on a shoe sole or vintage couch. Inside was just steam-trapped sludge, a thimble of meat drowning in radioactive beige gravy. Smelled like a foot and tasted like the inside of a burnt microwave. Someone gag-laughed involuntarily. Honestly, they tasted like sadness and MSG and possibly burnt shoelace, but I hadn't eaten since recess, so... Darren held up both hands and pushed his chair back with a full body shudder. I'm gonna eat outside. He left. Two others followed. One walked out chewing mid-bite. Another paused to bin her yogurt. The sub looked around, still calm, still blinking. He didn't apologize, didn't even seem to notice the exodus, just checked his phone again. Anyway, High Street, yeah? Lift at the car park exit? No one responded. Everyone was processing. Cool, cheers. He stepped around a Powerade bottle and someone's banana peel, paused briefly at the fridge as if considering whether to store his own lunch, a chicken wrap, visibly untouched, wrapped in wax paper and shame, then nodded to no one in particular and left the room. The door clicked softly shut behind him. No one spoke. Someone unwrapped the rest of their sandwich, but didn't take a bite. A teaspoon clinked against ceramic, too loud. The split system hummed overhead like it had no idea what had just happened. Then, finally, one of the student teachers whispered, "What the hell is wrong with him?" No one answered. There wasn't a joke to make. There wasn't a name to label it. There wasn't even a shared look. Just a room full of people silently negotiating what to do with the information they now had. And the smell of soy and sadness lingered for the rest of lunch. Before you go, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. And if you're looking for more videos like this, I've got you covered. Just click on the videos here to keep watching. See you in the next one.